Let's replace a radiator on a Dodge Dakota 2004 3.7 liter. The lucky event of the day was I sprung a leak right between the actual radiator and this inlet line for the coolant. As you can see, it's all over. It was straight spraying out, so we're going to be replacing that today. First, we're going to start by taking off this 10mm bolt right here where my socket is. There should be one on this side roughly too. Next, we're going to disconnect our washer fluid power. Press this little tab here and out she comes. Same thing for this side. Press the tab and out she comes. Disconnect your little washer line. So it is about that easy to get that tank out. There is another coolant line that you have to disconnect on that side, but that is all you have to do. So to get this fan off, this is where we kind of run into an issue. I have no choice but to unbolt these bolts because there is a bolt hidden behind this bar. Bolts are 13mm. So to get this fan out, you have 1, 2, and 3 bolt. It's down there hidden in the darkness. 13mm again. And now our fan should lift out just like that. Now to get this shroud out, you have a 13mm bolt back here, another one on this side. And now out comes your fan shroud. Now that we got the fan out of the way, we're going to move on to these snap rings here and one on this side. So the little fancy trick I can offer, since these hoses like to get seized, got a flathead screwdriver here for you guys. Now what you do is just shimmy it on under a little bit. Don't have to go overboard, just enough to break the fit. Another one of those fun snap rings here on the other side. Clamp her on down and then slowly tighten it, and that way break the fit and it should shimmy right off. So this little 13mm bolt right there is a mount for the radiator. There's supposed to be one on this side, but it was already missing when I got the vehicle. Now we're going to move on to our first coolant line down there. And this wrench is a 5/8. I'm gonna move on to our top line right here, 5/8 again. And then for this cooling tube, you do have a mount way down here with a little 7mm baby bolt. So for the front of the radiator, we do have these locking tabs. These are all bent up here. I don't know why. I did not do this. But I really don't care because I am considering taking this entire thing out anyway, so I have better airflow for the main cooler. But there are also 2 locking tabs down below. You also have 2 13mm bolts down here on each side that lock the bottom of the radiator in. So these lower 2 bolts here, they were so rusted out that they kind of just broke off. When I did crack these 2 lines, nothing even came out of it. It's totally discharged. I don't care. I'm not even gonna bother, so I'm not gonna waste my time putting it back in. Plus, it'll give me better airflow to cool the transmission and engine. And out lifts the entire assembly. Just gotta maneuver it the right way here. That's what she looks like without a radiator or AC cooler. There's where she was leaking. Got this massive crack right here. Just for a reference point, this steel is supposed to clamp on to this plastic tab here. There's no plastic tab there. You can definitely see light through there, and that's obviously not supposed to be there. Alright, so here's the old radiator. Just got the new one in. And this little peg here, there's supposed to be one on this side as well. So all you do is drop the new radiator in there from the front here. A rubber boot on both sides. Flip the little pegs into the rubber boot down there. Next, we slid these 2 little 10mm bolts. This is the fan shroud. I'm gonna see if I can find some new bolts that hopefully fit, but if I can't, I'm just probably gonna zip tie it. Next, we're gonna stick our fan back in place. Then you reinstall your transmission coolant lines here. Reinstall our mount bar. Reinstall our coolant line. Reinstall our pinch line, just like that. Install our coolant reservoir. There are little pins in between here. Make sure you line them up to the fan shroud down there on either side. Don't forget to put your little baby bolt back in. Now we put back both 13mm bolts for the reservoir tank. Crank her on down. Don't forget to replug your little harnesses in for the windshield wiper fluid. Can't mix them up either. They only go one way. Don't forget to connect your coolant hose. It goes down to the bottom of their coolant reservoir. There we have it. She's back to normal. Just got to fill her up with coolant now. Get your beast on ramps so we can bleed out the air in the system. Now you could use a pressurized bleeder to bleed out the air in the system. Since I have ramps, I'm just going to do it good old-fashioned way. Alright, we are full. All the air is out, so we're going to fire her up. All that fluid on the ground is from the job, but there's no leaks, nothing dripping. So I did just take it for a quick spin. It does seem pretty close to operational temperature, and it's not overheating, so I'm happy to call this job well done. Thanks for watching.